Well, it's Friday. It's 7 o'clock. It must be stream time. Hi everybody, and welcome back once again to Conan Exiles. Hope everybody's good. Welcome on in everybody, hope you're all doing well. Another rather warm day here in the UK, so we'll have to work with the heat as we go, but hey ho, that's how it is. Hope everybody is doing good. Just bear with me 1 second here while we just check a few bits and pieces, make sure everything's behaving itself, because technology is just a pain when it doesn't work. Right, let me just pop this in here.
Evening lads. Evening chat.
Robert, hello, good to see you.
Hi all. Hi lads. Hi everyone.
Cathy Ann, good to see you, welcome. Lovely to see you all once again, just bear with me 1 moment.
Welcome everyone.
It was a bit delayed, need to add that in like that. Pin that to the top. Right, there we go. That's the technical stuff out of the way.
Hi lads. Hi everyone.
Stephen, hello, good to see you. Welcome on in. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's good. And if, like me, you're from the UK, bearing up under this heat that we're not always used to. And you know, we complain when it's cold and we complain when we're too hot. We're never happy, are we? But hey ho.
Evening lads. Evening chat.
Angar, good evening. Nice to see you.
Hi lads and hello chat. Sheltering. Hey Kevin. Hi Kevin.
Right. So, as always, as tradition, that's the
Hi Angar.
current.
Hey, Angar.
I was going to say battle pass then. Start again. Current bazaar as it
Hi,
stands
Kevin.
at the time. Pretty good to see you. Welcome on in. Hello. Nice of you to join us. So yeah, this is the bazaar at the moment. Not a lot different to previous.
Face with open hands.
We've got the brain's not working tonight. I tell you what's going on. The Lost Dungeon set. That's what I was trying to say. The extension to that is back in again, and then various other bits and pieces that change. Excuse me. Some are daily, and some will take a bit longer. But anyway, we're not here for that one. We're because of the issues we are having on the server, which I know a lot of other people potentially are. I don't know about PC, but certainly on console, with the Falling Through Foundations issue, big problem at the minute. So we're having to be, yeah, it's slightly frustrating, shall we say. So we'll carry on with our
long time no see low.
single player playthrough, see how we get on. Try and do a bit more today, and then maybe, I don't know, see how we go for next week. We might change it up and try something a little bit different. Maybe go back to having a look at Elder Scrolls possibly next week, maybe, unless anything interesting happens or anything we discover. Kind of trying to work on an idea for next week as yet. Maybe even see if we can get a volunteer to be a guest appearance on the single player, or the co-op as it's called. So I might have a special guest next week, who knows. But anyway, so yeah, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's good. Hope you've all had a good week and ready for the weekend. Although, as I would say, what's the weekend? But you know. So we've got our trusty horse with us. Got our follower again. Hopefully she'll be okay. She's a tier 3 from the Separately Relic Hunter faction, so I'm hoping she'll be alright. She doesn't have the best of weapons, but we are not at either of our bases. We're up here at this particular little location. If I zoom out on my map,
Knackered but glad the weekend has now started.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, exactly.
Conan bugs suck, but Fallout 4 really got mangled for Xbox.
Oh, yeah, that's not good. I don't know what's going on at the minute with games. It's just, yeah. Frustrating to say the least, especially from a content creator perspective. This is why it's been harder for me to put any videos out just recently, because it's not that I don't think it won't get the views, I'm sure they would, but it's been able to get on the server and use builds to actually make them in without falling through the foundations. I don't want to just be stood on the normal ground somewhere because it just doesn't look interesting, you know. But just give me, as this saying goes, we shall persevere. But yeah, so at the moment we're back on our single player. We're just here.
Fallout 4 before next gen patch was better.
Yeah, that's happened with a lot of games, hasn't it? They've had an update and instead of improving things, they've made them worse. Seems to happen with Conan, unfortunately. We get a good update for some fun new things coming in, but also break things that weren't broken in the first place, which isn't good. So yeah, we're up here at this little location, which, of course, it just happens to go night time. I have sped the night time up super quick, so hopefully it won't be too long. But you can just about see where we are. Up the stairs there. We are at the Tower of Bats, because we remembered last week, didn't we, that we haven't done the Awakened Staff just yet.
I can't access mods now, but I can use Creation Club for the very first time.
Ah. Right. Well, I'm not going to pick his pack up again, but we'll pick the fangs up. I'm going to leave the horse here. You're going to follow me, young lady. I'm hoping she survives this, because I think, was it Angar said last week, didn't you? Have we done the Staff of the Triumvirate yet? Turned it into the Awakened Staff. I might not have brought everything with me to do this, because I don't actually remember what it is we actually need to do it. I should have looked it up beforehand. So we can at least have a look, and if I am missing something, we can go off and do something else, and always come back and do it again. But hopefully, you've got any food on you?
I don't know how they managed to F up a game that is almost 10 years old, lol. You are good, just need the stuff. Just across the valley from my favorite base location.
I thought it was. Yeah. Already messed up. I've not even given her any food.
Get the blood from the bat demon.
That's I thought it was. I'll be honest, it's that long since I've done it. I've sat here thinking now, was there something else I needed with this? But yeah, it's the blood off the bat, you're quite right. Thank you very much. Hopefully she'll do alright. I forgot to put some food on her. What a noob. Bring your follower out and don't even give him food. Tell you. Right. There we go. Tower of Bats. Oh, we also got the journey unlocked, so that's cool.
Angar to the rescue.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You'd think I'd only been playing this game a couple of hours, wouldn't you? Supposed to know what I'm doing. Oh dear. Alright. Hello, young man. Now, do you want to bring him down here? Did she just... No, she didn't. I thought she just got launched off the end then, but she's good. Yeah, come down here, young man. Alright. Now do you want to try and get him?
Nobody gave you food. Tell that follow to survive like a
That was
real
quite
savage.
easy. Right. Pick. Well, that was a bit easier than I expected. I expected him to be a bit of a challenge. She must be stronger than I thought. Fair enough.
A Kevin face with tears of joy.
Right. I don't know why I've got that out. I don't need it now. Yeah, I've been knocked off here by that bat before now. Hence why I got her to bring him down there, because I've been here and knocked down there before now, and even though that's not a huge fall, it can still hurt. And I've been knocked further as well, where it is a bigger fall, so didn't think it was worth the risk.
Hey, you, how's things?
Naughty, good to see you. Where have I put it? Oh, this menu. I was just getting used to it, and now I still can't. Still can't get used to it. That one, and we also need.
Naughty.
Where is it? There's that one. There we go.
Hey, Naughty.
And that's done. Whoops, no, not going to put that in there. See, with this whole button press thing now, I'm putting things in places where I don't want to be putting it.
Hey, Kathy and Gar Kevin.
Right, where's it gone? There it is. Put it in place of that one. Yeah, of course, it's not going to let us put it down up here.
Hey, Robert.
Yeah, can't believe how soon it was, the fact that it's
Hi,
Friday
Naughty.
again. Friday again. Of course, with this week just being a bank holiday, it kind of threw us all a little bit, thinking yesterday was Friday. I had to double check myself for a minute as well. So you nearly got 2 streams this week. Aren't you lucky? Right now.
Time.
Oh, thank you. So there we go. There's our staff. Let's see what he's got to say.
Yes, yes! I live again! Oh, may the earth tremble at my coming, and all of that. Oh, hello! Ah, well, I have you to thank for awakening me, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you've done a very great thing. My former masters were upset with my advice. I was thrown into that sewer in a bit of pique. Apparently, my endless wisdom was only at a premium when they were winning the war.
Really? Is that so?
Oh, pardon me. I've been trapped in a vat of slug feces for a few thousand years. Makes the throat a little raw. As if I have a throat. Now, on to the terms of our agreement.
It's been already a week since my flight, and in couple days I'm flying away again. The time flies with me, lol.
You promised
The
us.
staff kinda reminds me of Eric Idle.
Sound good? Excellent. Now, let's find out exactly where and when we are. I can see you're wearing a slave bracelet, which means we can't be that far from the capital, or you'll be a pile of exploded guts.
No,
So
charming.
logically, we must find the map room. Now, I need to get the lay of the land. Oh, look at this place. I haven't seen such a mess since the fall of Fallujah. And look, the Archivist. Oh, sorry-looking shade that he is. He can probably tell us something about the current situation. Besides, he used to be thick as thieves with my old master. Together, they created that bracelet you're wearing. We might be able to tell you how to get rid of it.
Friendly, gentle soul, not.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, look at this place. I haven't seen such a mess since
Right.
the fall of Fallujah.
So he's just saying the same thing again.
Oh, sorry-looking shade that he is.
Yeah, shut up. We know. You've already said. So, where he is essentially referring to, as most of us know, is obviously the unnamed city. And we kind of want to be, if my map knowledge serves me correctly, we're around about here somewhere. So we want to make our way kind of northwest of where we are now. But the first challenge is getting down off here in one piece. Haha. Right. Let's see if we can't go this way. So yeah, is anybody else having the I know those that play on the server who are also in chat are having this issue, but
Chris.
anybody who we don't know on the server necessarily is anybody else having the same fall through foundations issue, be it on PC, PlayStation, Xbox. Doesn't seem to be happening on here on single player, however. So the single player server seems fine, but it's a big issue on the public server, shall we call it? Oh, hello. Can I get him then, please? No, no, you're just gonna think about it. Right, okay. Honestly. Right. I haven't even told the horse to follow, have I? Nope. See? Total noob. Left the
Only
horse up.
seen it one on my server, never on single player.
Yeah, well on console it's happening pretty much. I'm sure the rest who are in chat that play on the server will be able to tell you it's probably about every, what, 10 minutes sometimes? Maybe even less than that.
I play on single player and my friends sink into the foundations.
Yeah, I've seen it. Take it when you
Multiple
say
times an hour.
friends, are you referring to your followers or are you referring to somebody else that joined you? Because I know we have that issue on our server that thralls, or friends as we like to call them, that are followers, they fall through foundations as well, just as we do as a player character. That seems to be a big issue. And it's certainly every, I don't know how often it happens, but
Follows.
yeah, oh yeah, I thought that's who you meant, but yeah, it's a few of those who are in chat now will be able to tell you from the server that it's pretty regular, and then you think it's alright, and within probably 5 to 10 minutes it's happening again. And it's, yeah, to be quite honest, getting beyond the joke now. We need a fix for it. We need a real serious fix for it. It doesn't seem to be happening with ceiling tiles placed on pillars. Anything like that seems to be perfectly fine, but if you've got anything built on foundations, you're standing there 1 minute, and then especially if you're
I defo feel like they broke something with a recent update. I just died digging my friends out for under. My base lol face with tears of joy loudly crying face rolling on the floor.
oh, do you know?
It's putting me off from playing.
Yeah, exactly. It's and it's a shame because it's the game we all love and want to play and enjoy playing, but are also finding extreme frustrations with it. Sorry to say it, but sometimes it does feel a little bit. And
developers love to break games recently.
yeah,
I had to dig up half my foundations to find a sleeping follower.
oh, for goodness sake. Yeah, this is what I mean. And I don't mean this to sound, I have nothing against PC gamers, of course I don't, because I am wanting to eventually, when I'm able to save up and get myself a decent PC, play on PC as well, because there are a couple of mods I would like to try out. Safe and sensible ones for streaming, of course. Not the not safe for work ones, obviously, for obvious reasons. Certainly the Hostaf's UI for one. But yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a wait yet. Unfortunately, that one need to try and save up the pennies first, and then eventually we can hopefully start doing some stuff on PC, because it does begin to feel a little bit like. I'm not saying PC issues don't get fixed, because obviously I'm aware a lot of PC issues don't get fixed as well. But it does feel as a console content creator especially, but also a console gamer, that
I kinda miss the old days, when the game was finished being developed before it was for sale.
yeah, exactly. That console kind of does get neglected a little bit now. I'm sure it's not intentional.
Refreshments required. Beaming face with smiling eyes.
Thank you. Do you feel like console gets neglected a little bit? I don't know why, but I'm sure it probably isn't intentional, but it does kind of seem Like a lot of the focus seems to go to PC a lot of the time.
Alternatively, getting new content is fun.
Yeah, exactly. I know Funcom have certain requirements for working with console content creators, which I've had a look into to find out.
These days they concentrate too much on Battle Pass's DLC.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Too much on the add-ons rather than fixing what's broken. Oh, stuck. Yeah, I was going to say.
Consoles are harder to develop on, as more limited hardware and they can't properly test due to Sony and Microsoft rules.
That is very true, yeah. But even if it's not for the... You know, if they say they can fix something on PC within... They say a hotfix for PC will be here in 2 weeks' time, but console might take 4 weeks. You know what, so what? Okay. Yeah, I'll stress and I'll complain and I'll grumble and huff and puff, but I'll manage for 4 weeks. If I then get a fix which fixes it, okay. You know, so be it. Sure, it's... I say it all the time as well, you know, none of us have got, you know, the first idea, have we, of what it takes to develop a game and to maintain it and fix problems when they happen. But what I'm kind of feeling with it, and I have noticed, and it's their choice, obviously, and it's up to them how they do it and how they choose to work with content creators and what their criteria is, but I do think, you know, I think one of their requirements was something like at least 5,000 subscribers before they'll start working with you.
Sorry I'm late. You may be rolling on the floor laughing.
How do? Good to see you. How do? Nice to see you. You're not late. We were just waiting for you.
With respect, adding to a game shouldn't break the working base game.
No, exactly. Exactly, I agree. Yes, you appreciate and understand when a big patch or a new patch or a game comes, there are going to be little issues, which is why they have the whole Test Live, where it goes on to Test Live first, where people can try things out and report bugs. I just think, I suppose there's a lot in it again, and I don't really know, but alright, have your criteria for working with content creators, but maybe have, if it was me being a game developer and I wanted to work with content creators like a lot of big game companies do, I'd have my main set of requirements of what I want a content creator to have, but then also maybe have a secondary lower tier, if you will, a bit like what YouTube's done with the requirements for their things.
Have always been an issue with this game, and they fix things that don't always need fixing.
Yep. You know, maybe say, okay, we'll work with a console content creator that has, alright, 1,000 subscribers at least, so that you at least look like you're growing a channel and actually doing something good, and they need to see some of your videos to see that your main video focus or stream focus is their game, but then you don't get access to certain things like somebody with 5,000 subs and whatever the other requirements are. Even if it's just a point of contact to be able to say, hey, did you know this is a big issue on PlayStation? Here's a little 30-second clip or whatever. This bug's happening, or here's a little 5-minute video. These are the bugs I'm finding on PlayStation. Just want to make you aware of them, because it feels like the awareness of bugs on console don't get...
Yep, and then either forget to fix something important or break another thing.
Yeah, you know, the bugs on console don't seem to get found and dealt with or looked into as easily as like what they can on PC, because obviously it's a lot easier, realise that, and things are different and the whole setup's different. Well, PC, like, you know, those of you who are PC gamers, that you've got the Test Live and everything, so if you see something...
concentrating on Dune Awakening, so they didn't put enough effort into this game, which is unacceptable.
Yeah, I mean, that is a thing again, but I think the lead designer of this game, or even the lead designer that's dealing with that game, did actually say, even though they are working on Dune, that is supposedly, so we're led to believe, a separate team, so it's not actually even supposed to be the same team. Now, granted, they may have taken some from, you know, the Conan development team to help with that game, but that shouldn't mean that another long-standing game that they already have should suffer just because they want to work on that one. You know, it should be. It's about finding a balance, isn't it? This is the problem with things, which is why a lot of the time, when it comes to issues or things with games, when we
separate teams. Dune is Oslo, CE is USA.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I thought it was when they were talking about it. I remember them saying it was a separate team, which is why, for me personally, but also as a creator, that's why when it comes to, hey, will you leave the horse alone, you little bully? Get out of it.
Partly the money issue. PC gamers spend more money than console players.
Yeah,
So fixing PC bugs is a priority.
because they get more. Yeah, because they get more money. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, like, as a console gamer, but also as a creator, obviously, I kind of. That's why when we have these discussions with things, I say I'm sort of on the fence with it both, because I try and look at it from both sides of things. I try and look at the situation with two hats on, if you will. I like to look at the situations as a content creator, but then I also want to look at it from a gamer perspective. You know, the frustrations that it causes as a gamer, just playing the game and it being my favourite game, but then also the frustrations and difficulties of it causing issues when I'm trying to create content on said game. But then I suppose it's a third hat as well, even, is that I have to say to myself, yeah, I can be frustrated and get annoyed just like anyone else can. But at the same time, excuse me, I've also kind of got to say to myself that, alright, yeah, okay, this is really frustrating, it's really annoying. Why is it so broken? But I also have to tell myself that...
With any company, I look at it from a practical capitalist perspective.
Yeah, exactly. I have to try and look at it that it's like, alright, this is my side of things, this is how I feel, but I'm not a game developer. I haven't the first idea of what goes into fixing issues, or like when they will say that somebody reports a bug.
Which sucks even more because they only have this game to work on, they can't make any excuses.
Yeah, exactly. If the team that works on Conan is working on Conan, there shouldn't be any excuses for it. I know sometimes we do hear where they'll say that it's alright, somebody reports a bug, they've then got to go onto their test servers that they have, and they've got to try and replicate that bug on their server, and if they can't replicate that bug to then try and undo it and fix it, then obviously it makes it a lot more difficult, which is, you know, fair enough. So from our perspective, it just makes it all the more, yeah, frustrating as a gamer, but also, especially for me, as being a content creator, because there are other games I could start looking at, I suppose, that I could manage and what have you, but it's a difficult predicament for me at the moment, because as most of you here know, this is the game that built my channel, this is the game that made my channel, and I kind of don't want to just not give up as in the sense that I won't be back on it, but I don't really want to put Conan down to go to another game if people aren't going to also want to follow me over to that game to watch that content, because I want to make content on the game that people want to see me making content on and that they like playing and they want the information from. Because, alright, being somebody, let's use Whack 4863 just for an example, somebody of his level who has the amount of subscribers he has, he can afford to maybe stop doing content on a certain game for a little while and look at new games and invest time into them and start making guides and things for those, because to lose one or two subs or whatever or a few views for him isn't, I'm sure, it's still a deal and it's still a thing, but it's not such a big deal because of the sheer amount of subs he's got. Whereas somebody like me who's trying to still get to that first big milestone of 1,000, it's a bit of a bigger risk to take.
It's a game from last generation. PS5 should be able to handle it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just PS5 that's an issue. It's causing all these problems on PS4 as well. This is that whole argument. We have it more or less every week on both streams on a Sunday as well, I think. That there's those of us who say, get it over onto Unreal Engine 5, surely that'd run it better. But then again, we don't really necessarily all know exactly how Unreal Engine 5 works, and would it run this game the same because of the way it's built. graphically it might improve it, but then would the graphics of Unreal 5 take away the authenticity of what the game should look like? That's the only downside to it as well. You don't want to lose the authenticity or the graphical appearance of the game if that's what they'd always aim for. So it's a tricky one. Right, I'll shut up for a couple of minutes now. If anybody else has got anything else they want to share, do feel free to obviously.
That's why I make videos on all kinds of games, because if one game gets broken I can record other games.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, if anybody's got anything they want to chat about, do feel free to talk amongst yourselves, share your ideas, share your frustrations, suggestions, I know we've tried a little bit of DayZ, didn't necessarily get the following. We have tried Elder Scrolls once now,
If they
whether
could
that...
upgrade it to Unreal 5, they might package it as a new game. Look at Skyrim.
That is true. But yeah, if anybody's got anything they want to share, or you want to chat amongst yourselves, do carry on, please do. Don't feel you've all got to wait for me, and I'll rest my voice for a couple of minutes.
I can't see it getting ported to UE5. That would cost a lot of money in dev time. And breathe.
Yeah. Rant over. Let's get on with the fun stuff. Let's get on with what we're really here for. Thank you, Kathy. Deep breath. I would say deep breath and I'll go and read a book, but then I'd be too quiet. I'm supposed to be here for you lot, not reading a book. So.
Which is why we'd have to pay full price.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, it all comes down to money, doesn't it? Money and time, which, yeah, understandable.
Lads. Calming breaths and go kicks Kelly butt.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, like I say, if anybody would be interested in something like the Elder Scrolls, I would be quite happy to invest a little bit of time in that again. I know I did show it off once, I'd be happy to do it again. Or even if anybody would like to volunteer to be said second person on this adventure with me as a special guest, you would be more than welcome. Yeah. Where am I going here? I'm trying to go here and I'm already going the wrong way. Oh my goodness me. I'm supposed to know what I'm doing, chat, honestly. Hopeless. Can't even navigate the Unnamed city now. Tell ya. I have got a few hours in this game,
Fallout 76, but that game takes too much space. I'm skint if it comes to memory low.
That is true. Fallout 76 does take a lot of memory.
I will be your guest. Can you buy me a PS5, please?
I will cut your heart out.
Hang on, if I had the money, I would certainly buy you a PS5. Now, is it me, or does that particular monument in front there look very familiar? I say monument, statue, structure, whatever you want to call it.
This
Looks...
is still my favorite game, but I find dark is too dark, and the dev team have moved away from the ethos of this being truly open world. Lol.
Yeah. Oh, is that... It might not be that one, but I'm sure there's one of those structures that looks very similar to that in one of the load screens sometimes. Or is it me imagining it? I do feel like there is something that looks like that.
What did one toilet say to the other? You appear a bit flushed.
Here we go. Here we go. And Major Dan's not even here yet. Oh, yeah,
I
me.
can't even log on to Fallout 76. Beaming face with smiling eyes, beaming face with smiling eyes.
But no, I do like it. That was good. Thought about feeling a
Made
bit.
you laugh.
I don't know about feeling a bit flushed. I feel like I've been sitting in a sauna right now. I'm telling you. But, while we're on the subject of stuff and things, for those who don't know, we do have a merch store, which is still available. We are actually in the process of working on some spring collection to kind of swap things around a little bit, make it interesting, hopefully bring out some fresh ideas for spring / summer as we're coming towards that. Lots of interesting things in there. If anybody's interested, that is one way that you can support the channel.
Just for the fun of it.
Like the cobra.
If you would
Why
like
did the
to.
rabbit go to the salon? It was having a bad hair day.
Yeah, if you would like to support the channel financially, that is one way you can do it. And for those who were here last time will know that Angel has his Game Labs t-shirt now, which I'm sure you're still enjoying. Well, I would like to hope you're still enjoying, of course.
I see what you did there.
Do feel free to check out the store. Lots of interesting bits and pieces, and hopefully some new
I'll
bits
stop.
to
Smiling face with
come
sunglasses.
soon. I haven't forgotten about the channel membership side of things. I need
Don't
to,
mind smiling face with sunglasses.
yeah, I need to have a look at the channel memberships situation again.
A
I'd started
cafe
those out.
1980s called and said they would like their jokes back.
A way I might change that now, instead of having, obviously keep the requirement, not the
But
requirements,
if you
the
buy enough stuff from Labs, he can afford that PS5 for you. Rolling on the floor laughing.
Oh, Kevin, I like that. Yeah. Yeah. Gonna relook at that. An idea I've had from somebody who, not a console, not a Conan creator, but a DayZ creator. The way he does it, as part of his channel memberships that he has, is that when he has a video due out, where he has it for the members only tier, one of his tiers, he'll have it that people get access to that video like 24 hours before everybody else. I might look at doing it that way.
Lol Kevin, if only there was a Labs branded PS5 in the store.
Yeah, I'd have to probably pay Sony a lot of money for that to happen. I don't think they're doing that for nothing, do you?
That would be cool.
Yeah. We want a skin for, yeah, contact Sony and tell them we want a skin with my channel branding on it, yeah.
I will cut your heart out.
If only, eh? Well, yeah, we've got all sorts of bits and pieces in there, clothing, so t-shirts, other bits and pieces, mouse mat, mugs, so you can drink your coffee or your tea in it and have a little giggle to yourself at the chaos that happens on a Friday.
And an Angar PC.
Yeah, yeah, that's the next big thing for me, is to save up for a PC, as being that this is the only thing that I do at the moment, and having to rely on savings, and then this is why I'm trying my best really to do what it takes to get to the next goal for the YouTube
Come
channel,
on,
for the
Angar. You'd never have to wash a t-shirt again in your life.
the
I
1,000
might
subs.
find some coloured crayons for you to add your logo.
I mean, I know you don't get an absolute fortune from it straight away with ad revenue, etc., and all that type of thing, but if I can hopefully get things to upgrade the quality of my content that would interest more people potentially, and grow the channel and help me to get better at content creating, for one thing, because I would prefer to do it on PC, if I'm being honest. Not just graphically,
I would make my
but
own PS5, but I would have to do some competition.
that, you know,
Get in there, me duck.
Not just because of the quality graphically wise, but I'd be able to start as Angard does, where there could be a screen up 5 minutes before it starts, and you guys would all be able to join and chat first and already be here chatting, and I could come into everybody rather than having to. I'd still tell people I'm going live, but
Your logo smirking face.
rather than having to do it and then give people a few moments to join, people would already be here, which would be pretty cool and nice to see, and potentially more people would get to know about the stream because there'd be the
good idea.
thumbnail, is it they call it? Like, is it a day before or something, Angar, that usually appears on YouTube? I think I've seen it on the Saturday before your stream on the Sunday. It usually pops up on the Saturday, I think, doesn't it? Ow. Do you mind? Talking to my community here when you're stabbing me in the back, Mr. Skeleton. How dare you? But, so yeah, that's the future investment, is to hopefully upgrade the equipment when it's possible, and upgrade the quality of content that you guys get so that you enjoy it even more, hopefully. Can't say so much about upgrading the actual creator himself, but if said creator can upgrade the gear, then like I say, I can't say much about the actual creator himself. Might have to get some stream coaching or video creating coaching from somewhere. Hey ho. Anyway, here we go. The Archives, or the Library of Esoteric Artifacts, if you want to give it its proper name, if I pronounced that correctly.
Game Labs 2.0.
Game Labs 2.0, yep. Exactly, yep. Exactly. Well, no, I'm very grateful to all of those who do play on the server as well and enjoy it, and just how we all work together on there and have some great fun. Have a lot of laughs, definitely. A lot of laughs, as Cilla Black used to say. Yeah. Right. So, that of course is a...
Labs the return.
Game Labs the return, yeah. That of course is a... I was going to say life-size version of the map room, but oversized version of the map room, shall we say. And what we need to do is attempt to talk to this guy here. If it's going to give me the... Oh, there we go.
Do not be afraid, bonded one. I am just a shadow, a whisper of what once was. Before the fall, when this kingdom raised 90 pillars of black stone to the sky, I was called the Archivist.
So yeah, before I go any further with that...
The mini version, get it right.
The mini version, yeah. 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 Sorry.
Talk to the knees.
Talk to
You're
the
too
knees.
short.
Yeah, I'm not tall enough. No, I was just going to say before I go any further, for those who aren't aware, or may not have realised, when you go through Clael's Stronghold, or the Warmaker's Dungeon as it's called, and you fight the second mini-boss in the second room called the Archivist, or Archivist if you want to pronounce it that way, that essentially is the undead version of this guy.
Have you come to seek a way free of the bonding bracelet, human? There is only one chance, and a very slim one at that. You must assemble the items of power that were present at its
face with tears of joy.
The diadem of the giant kings, the mask of the witch queen, the tears of two races, the star of the champion, the heart of the sands, the shining trapezohedron, and the serpent ring of Set. I fear I set you an impossible quest, human.
Never mind the serpent ring of Set, try and say the trapezohedron when you've had a few, or 10 times over. See how tongue-tied you get with that one.
The diadem of the giant kings was once worn upon the brow of the priest king. He fell in battle with Tyros, the Deathbringer, in the battlefields of the north. More than that, I cannot say. The priest king was the most passionate and most volatile among us. By fear his downfall will not have been a simple
Dude.
matter.
I can't say it once.
I know, right? It's a mouthful, isn't it? Just call it The Shining for sure.
I can't even say that crap when I'm sober.
I know.
Days of our race. Her
These
people came
names
to
we
us
have to
as
pronounce
warriors.
as a fucking content creator,
Even as they
honestly.
took our succor,
Nightmare.
they plotted our downfall. She was present at the creation of the bracelet,
Mask of the
lending
Witch
her
Queen.
power to ours. Her fate is unknown to me.
The
She
shiny
always
doohickey.
ruled from her city
Yep.
in the swamp to the east.
So the Witch Queen that he's referring to there again is also aka known as Rosma, who is, for those who didn't realise, when you load up your game and you see the little intro with Conan who rescues a female off the cross and then fights with him, that is Rosma herself. So, aka the Witch Queen. Hence why, when you've killed her in the Palace of the Witch Queen and then you go to Seppa Maru and go to the house, because you get the key for Rosma's quarters, you then go speak to her, who is Rosma. That's why she's talking about that you almost killed her in that place. Essentially, you saved her. Because the mask was essentially controlling her mind and
I'm partial to the word gizmo personally.
turning her into something that she wasn't.
The tears of two races were simple to obtain when we performed the ritual. We simply took our tears and combined them. But who is left to weep for both races? Although tales persist of Tyros the Deathbringer, he was born of both races. Our blood mingled with theirs. Perhaps his tears could be enough to fulfill the requirement. Obtaining them would be quite the feat. The star of the champion lies buried beneath the sands of the arena in the east. I remember well the day that Tyros killed the mighty dragon. He wept to defeat such a noble creature. He placed the star upon its brow. As far as I know, there it remains.
That's a good one.
The heart of the sands, or simply the Scourge Stone, was an artifact of power. The Priest King used it to create a weapon, the Sandstorm, that he swore would be our salvation. He gave it to the
Whatchamacallit call it?
to unleash upon our
Whatchamacallit, yeah.
As far as I know,
The doodah.
it was
Yep.
destroyed in the attempt.
We could just have our community tell him jokes. We'll get lots of tears.
That is very, very true. There's been a few tears this past week, oh, honestly. And not tears of sadness, but tears of laughing too hard from jokes, definitely. And all the fun we've been having and the chaos we've been creating. Talk about hostile takeover. Oh, dear me. Having to compose myself before the stream as well.
The Serpent Ring of Set. It was our most powerful.
I'm simple-minded, so I just
Kept
say
in
the
a
thing.
tomb beneath the city. A human came. He had
Yet
all
not
the
to
words
mention tears of
inside.
please no more bad
He
jokes.
passed through every ward and trap we had put in place. He took the Serpent Ring of Set, and he left. If you wonder why you wear the bracelet, wonder no more. It must have been this man who called himself Tochamon. Dedicate
Tothamon.
yourself to recovering the other artifacts. You will not recover the Serpent Ring of Set as long as you are trapped in this empire. Perhaps it will be enough. When you have the artifacts, you must place them on the receptacle north of
I'm
here.
here for the bad jokes, lol.
Once you have filled this vessel with the
Like
artifacts,
Fulma hostile takeover, it was only a matter of time grinning squinting face.
all that is
Yeah.
required is to touch it with the keystone.
Absolutely.
And then, mortal, you will be free. But freedom will mean giving up all that these lands have come to offer you. So choose wisely.
So in other words, what he's saying there is, when you've gathered all these artifacts, if you want to gather them all and then get that piece created, you remove your bracelet, walk through the ghost fence, and that is it. So your base, your pets, your followers, all your loot that you've found, that's it, gone. Basically game over, you start again.
How did I die? I was betrayed by your kind. In a place called the Circle of Swords.
My connection or stream acting up.
She had promised peace.
Stream seems to be alright from my end, as far as I know.
In the wind. And yet, my spirit has always belonged to
Seems to be okay from this end.
And so, I am here. And here,
You asked what have we up to today. And I say same as always, trying to take over the world. I thought I was hacked.
Have you come to seek a way
Right.
free of the body?
So he's saying the new thing, so we'll learn that one.
There is only one chance, and a very slim one at that.
So we
You
learn
must
cartography.
assemble the items of
He's
power.
just going to keep repeating the same stuff now. So there we go.
Diadem of the giant
Now what we want to do
of the witch queen. The tears
is, of course,
the
chattering away again.
star of the champion. The heart of the sands. The shining trapezohedron.
I
Trapezohedron.
restarted YouTube and it's fine now.
Alright, that's good.
Possible question.
Yeah, it's not going to let us put it down in here, is it? I thought it may have done because you're in here where he is, but no. Doesn't seem to want to let us do it in here. So what we might have to do is get out of here and get to somewhere else. We'll pop it away a minute though. So we've attuned to the obelisk, or obelisk if you want to call it that. So now what I'm thinking we'll do is, I know we've already discovered Sepamaru, but I think we'll head across here, head
Take
out,
the riffraff outside.
and head out this way.
Call Ghostbusters.
Like the cobra, Exile, my bite is death.
Very nice. Right. Oh. Well, yeah, so far so good. It seems to only be the... Well, I'll say it's not good, obviously, but at least the single-player servers don't seem to be having the same issue, so that means we can carry on with our little series. Missed. Ow. Yeah, you didn't miss that one. She's doing alright for a little tier 3. Tier 3 Relic Hunter, not Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker, just a normal Relic Hunter fighter, that is.
Like the cobra, Exile, my
And
bite
with
is
that kill,
death.
we just gained a level as well. Very nice. Where do we want
That's
it?
food needed.
Gonna pop it into Vitality, thank you. Top up on food, thank you for that. Top ourselves up a bit there. We have got a little bit of corruption, but base isn't home base isn't too far from here. The only thing I don't like with the skeletons, they just seem to be
I
relentless
love my job.
the way they attack. Oh dear. Right. Nah, don't need any of that yet. Not really ready for grabbing anything. Now then, do we think she could take out the Guardian of the Flame? Do we think she could handle him? Do we try it?
Let's call McDonald's.
Yeah. Do we think she could take on the Guardian of the Flame? Or the Flame Guardian, or the Torch Guardian? Whatever he's called. This guy in here.
Given permission to nag. Perfect day.
Yep. Absolutely. Do we reckon she could take him on? Or do we think it's going to be too much? What do we think? What do we think, chat? I think she'll be able to do it?
Only one way to find out.
That is very true. Right, you.
Charge.
You wait there. You go
Exactly, go for it.
start on him. I will go over here and
I
use
only
up all my
charge.
stamina just to take out one skeleton. My turn. Come on. There we go.
That's the only way.
Yeah, she's taking a bit of damage from him, but... Ow. Ugh.
I will cut your heart out.
She's taking a bit from him, but she's alright. Well, I say she's alright, she's taking quite a bit of a... Maybe if I try and block him a bit.
Nothing but dusty bone bags.
And he's dead. Ooh, she was close, look at that. She was nearly a goner. Do we have... Yeah, we can pick some more up. Where'd it go?
Close. That was close.
And that, I suppose, in the interest of science, is an example of why it's so important to have food on your followers, and I'd forgotten to give her some when we came out, so yeah, that's on me. That's all we've got, so we'll have to give her a second there just to heal up a bit. I don't think we'll take anybody else on the way out, because I think the... Right, I'm not going to say the name of that sword, but you can all see what it is. I ain't saying that on stream, because I don't use those type of words, but you can see what it says. So we'll take it anyway, because it's a good one. Well, I say it's a good one. I mean, it's a legendary, is what I mean. Anything worth taking in
This is why
there?
Little Game Labs wasn't allowed to have a pet rock. Lion Bar Steward sword.
Yeah, that's the one, the Lion Bar Steward. Yeah.
The Lion sword.
Yep. Yep. Anyway, we don't like to use the real name for it. Certainly not on stream. I like to try and keep this as friendly as we can.
Does it say bastard sword?
So, I certainly won't be taking on the Red Mother with this young lady, so woe the day when we can get ourselves a Berserker or a Delancey. We'll be back here to take on the Red Mother, for sure. But we ain't doing it with our little level 3.
Fish poo sword.
I think anyone who says its real name will end up on the naughty step for a few minutes. Ow. That wasn't very nice. Okay, so what we might have to try and do...
The name just means a hand and a half sword.
Yeah, true. True. That is very true. I'm going to skip past him because we don't really want to take on the brute, because if he did her enough damage, sorry, the brute will definitely do her more damage than what
Water
he
in the
did.
swear jar. It's to buy Angara PS5.
That's yeah, that's true. We could do that. Yeah. Community fundraiser. There you go. No, not the staff. Torch, so I can see what I'm doing. I have sped night time up to pretty much instant because I just want it gone when it happens, because otherwise it's excuse me, going to be too difficult to see what we're doing anywhere. Not good for stream on PC especially, but even more so on console where it gets darker still, so Oh, we run into him
Start
anyway.
swearing more often if she wants a PS5 quicker.
I know, but then that kind of takes away the whole premise of the channel, shall we say, and the whole respect that we have built. That we don't kind of use that sort of language no more, as they say. I have to be careful here because he's hitting me, and I haven't got my shield up. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what happens when you lose your concentration. This is where you run. This is one of those uh-oh moments. Luckily she didn't have a very good weapon. And, yeah.
Family-friendly content here.
That just happened. Oops. Well, that just happened. Okay. Whoopsie.
Error, oopsie.
There's
13 stream.
There's what not
Is the
to do
relax moment.
in the Unnamed City. That's our level 3 gone. Right. Do I actually even have any allo set up yet?
It happens.
Hmm.
At least you weren't blown up by a landmine.
That is true. How have I not got any potions even set up here yet? Just bothers me about the horse now. Oh. I could have sworn I had extra aloe set up down here. Must have left it all on the bench at, so excuse me for this one. Wouldn't normally do this, but I'm not going to put myself into cloak or anything, obviously.
Did your mount die?
Oh, soup. I need... And my messages move out of the way. Come on. I wouldn't normally do this, obviously, but I'd be better prepared, so I hope you can all forgive me for that one. We don't even have any gear either. I don't even have spare gear or nothing. Well...
Come home anyway.
Yeah, that's true, if it's not still getting attacked by them. I presume if I'm out of render range, they won't be attacking the horse. But they could be doing, that's the thing. Follow a list.
Check your log. What does kill you makes you stronger?
That is true. That is very true. Just a bit embarrassing. Right. I need to run back though because all my loot's on my body and I don't have any more gear here.
Stops and will only restart when you go back. Actually, it will go to the last place you put it on guard.
Which was by the Flame Guardian.
If it's not rendered, it will return home.
Last place I left it was by the Flame Guardian.
What does kill you makes you buzzard food? Welcome to my normal game.
Oh, what do I do here? Oh, blooming heck. Okay. I hope you'll all forgive me for this one a little moment. I know it's kind of cheating. I don't want us all just to spend, because our new base is just so unorganised, I just don't want us to spend all the time messing about trying to get stuff together to go back and then having loot disappearing, so I hope you will
Having time.
hope you'll forgive me for it. Normally, as a rule, I wouldn't do it, as you all know,
You
because
made
I'm.
it stop at the flame, not guard.
Yep, she's
This
still
is
getting
one of the
chased by
reasons
lot.
I have so many Tier 1 followers.
Follow. Oh, why can I not just grab everything? Take all. Come
Rules
on.
are there to be broken.
There we go. Have I got? I haven't got it on. Picked everything up. Alright, I'm not even too fussed about where she
That's
died.
number one rule.
I'm not even
I
too
play
fussed.
with double harvesting and half crafting cost.
I'm not even
Just
too
so
fussed
that
about
you
where the
know,
follower
I see
died
it's
because
justified.
I can craft more stuff again. She didn't have a good weapon on her, and I just don't want to risk it again, to be honest. Come on, horsey. And I'm forgetting. Could be using that. Yeah, see you later, dude. We're out of here. So there you go. Pure example of what can happen if you're not careful. You can get ripped to shreds just like that. Note to self. Pay attention more when in the Unnamed City when not level 60. But
Toodle took the knee butt.
for those who haven't seen it, that shows you just how dangerous the Unnamed City is when you're not ready. Shows you just how deadly that place is. Don't get me wrong, it can be just as deadly when you are prepared, but when you're not, it's even worse. So be careful.
Exit creative mode.
Oh, of course, yeah. Keep the horse levelling up. Thank you. Well spotted. Yeah. Thank you very much. I think I'll rename the stream after this one. The stream that almost broke me. That's what I'll have to call it. Oh dear. Or just call it epic fail. Yeah.
Twice happens.
Yeah. Yeah, that was not supposed to happen. I know it's part of the game and it happens, but I'm sure Angar and even Aldu and others will agree. When it does happen, when you're a content creator and you're trying to do a stream, it's a little bit embarrassing when you die like that. I'm sure my fellow creators will all agree it's a little bit embarrassing still, even though you know it's part of the game. Still a bit embarrassing when it happens. But hey ho, gives you a lot of good laugh. And you know what, that's all that matters. If I've made somebody smile, then that makes my day. Where am I going here?
It proves a point.
Yep, that is true. It does, it does.
I got killed many times during my streams, many times low.
Oh yeah, just shows you how easily you...
Restarting Conan is hazardous to your health.
Yeah. Yeah, it's every week when I come back to this playthrough and I'm on here again, it actually reminds me just how dangerous it actually is and what it's like to be a new player. Just how deadly it is. Yeah, absolutely. But we shall be more organised for next week, he says, laughing under his breath. Because I know what I'm like about getting organised. I'll say I'll do it, but getting organised and actually doing it are two separate things. But yeah, you certainly remember just how squishy you are, definitely. It'd be nice. It'd be nice.
Got complex.
Right, it'd be good when I can get my... I mean, this is good armour that was made with a tier 4, but...
I like to play as permadeath.
It'd be better when we can get a bit stronger and... Gonna have to now try and get another stronger
Don't
follower
forget to
again.
place your mount.
Because it would be good. Yeah, she's placed now. She's here. It'd be good to go through.
MVN, haha.
Be good to go through that dungeon there, the War Makers eventually.
I call it rage quitting.
Rage quitting, yeah, exactly. Be good to go through War Makers eventually because I would like to learn the recipes at the end of that for the master armor plating for ourselves and also the bulked plating for our followers, so that when we hit the top level and we can craft the
I died many times.
when we've crafted the epic stuff, we can have better armor with the master armor plating on it, and our friend or friends, whoever's following us, can have better armor with the plating on it to give them a bit of protection. But you know, until then, we'll have to deal with what we can deal with. So that's kind of thrown me off what I was going to do a bit now. Right, we'll leave Horsey to heal up. Got plenty of other things on us still. Might do a little run through Sepamaru on our own. Just to have another nosy who's here, just see if there happens to be any T4s of any sort. Question is, do I have the purple lotus orbs on me? No. So before we do that, we'll do the other part to this and see where our staff is.
Inventory, restock.
Before we go any further, we'll see what our staff has to say to us, and we'll pop him away then, so we don't take him out with us.
Ooh, the diadem of the giant kings. An artifact.
At player 5 I like to think of it as restarting many times.
Former master, known as the Priest King, used to wear it as a symbol of his authority. His head looked like a carrot with a silver belt wrapped around it. But it certainly provided him with all the qualities you'd expect of an elderly authority figure. Stuffiness, a great love of his own voice, and the inability to control his bowels. The last time I saw his face, I was tumbling down into the dregs. It was right before he went north.
I'm cheating like crazy in Fallout 4 right now, and I'm still running out of ammo. How the heck does that happen?
Ooh, the diadem of the giant kings.
Sorry, I had to check it again. I was missing little bits of that.
Unimpressive power. My former master, known as the Priest King, used to wear it as a symbol of his authority. His head looked like a carrot with a silver belt wrapped around it. But it certainly provided him with all the qualities you'd expect of an elderly authority figure. Stuffiness, a great love of his own voice, and the inability to control his bowels. The last time I saw his face, I was tumbling down into the dregs. It was right before he went north to do battle with his half-breed son, Tyrus. I checked the northern battlefield. Someone has probably smelled him.
So, if I am right in thinking, he's saying northern battlefields, he's talking about up here somewhere. Can't remember the exact location, but around here somewhere, isn't it? Or is it a bit further down on here? The Barrow King, I believe, is what he's referring to.
At Stephen Young, yeah, me too. It's the best way of learning LOL.
So, this is my dump table at the moment.
Further north.
I thought it was. I'm still not getting right with this menu, you know. We're going to pop that in there. Put those in there. We don't need to be taking that with us. Don't need to be taking them because we don't want to lose them. Pop those in there. Right, that should do it. Right. So,
Curry time. Catch you later, lads and chat.
Oh, curry time. Enjoy, Angar. Hope you have a good one. Thank you for being here.
Already, whilst labs gets sorted. Can we smash the like button gently?
Thanks for being here again, buddy. Nice to see you. Hope you enjoyed the curry. Catch you on Sunday.
Gently.
Oh, thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Appreciate the likes. All helps very much, so.
Take the left branch stream, opposite guaranteed spawn of Berserker. Latters me lair duck. GMTA Angar. See you Angar.
That's a demon fire robe. I thought I had a thingy on me. I thought I had some purple lotus orbs on me. I must have left them down at the starter base on the river when I went down there earlier. Because I did make some.
I only smash like buttons hard lol.
Yeah, it's a standing joke, that one, between people. That I think it's Angelo. I don't think he's here at the minute. He was saying if he smashes it on his phone, he'll end up breaking his phone. That's why we say gently. You don't need to break your phone if you smash your phone, smashing the like button. Right. So yeah, we'll go and have a look anyway, just to see if there is anybody that's worth grabbing. Knowing my luck, there will be. I mean, I do have a truncheon on me, but we don't want to end up really doing that because it's not going to be easy to knock somebody out in a group. Because we'll have them all on us, but...
Buttons like to be tickled, or MRS.
That's the one I do, exactly, yeah. Tickle the give the buttons a little tickle. That's the one.
GMTA Odu.
Absolutely, absolutely. Give those buttons a little tickle. The like, the share, the subscribe.
I know I should start tickling more.
Where am I going here? Honestly, chat, my brain's just not on it today, chat. I don't know why. That's another example. That's what the game does to you. If it kills you, then you're trying to start again. You get brain fog. You forget what you're doing. You really do.
Thank you, everyone. So I just want to let you know, lads, I've been online all stream and haven't fallen through the foundations, yet it's been over an hour thinking face.
Wow, well that's... I don't know what's going on there then. I mean, obviously that's a good thing. Been an hour and not fallen through. That's...
My controllers wouldn't break so easily, lol.
That's weird, how that it's not... Must be me then.
Now she said it. Jinxed it. Thanks, pretty.
No, you know what it is.
Kathy and Manix GMTA.
Yeah, you know what it is, don't you, chat? Those who play on the server will know it's special. Oh, there's a piece of paper there.
I am ready.
It's one of the Witch Queen's pieces of paper.
Skeptical when I first stumbled into their city, but they knew his name. And then, Shemites, my countrymen, familiar faces. Some recognized.
Great minds think alike.
It has been good for me to be here. I have been able to rest and relax. The exiled lands are a fearsome place, but the people here have managed to build something. I have spoken with men who have been here for a score of years. They told me of the Purge, when soldiers ride through the land, slaying and pillaging. They have told me of the sandstorms that arise with
Rasna, just go on.
out of nowhere and disappear just as quickly. I told them of the vision I had in the ruined city, of the room nestling beneath the secret heart of the ruins, of the map which shows the land that traps us, of the gems which can free us all. They've agreed to send an expedition. I will lead them into the ruins, and then to freedom.
Doesn't...
I leave the last page of my journal here. My journey thus far has been one written. Action speaks louder than words. May we never meet again in the exiled lands. Brasma of Shem.
There you go. And I was thinking now when
Something
she's...
always breaks when you mention it. We have to be careful.
When she says about going into the leaving the exile lands and leading those people into a cave and everything. She just reminds me of Tomb Raider, leading them on an expedition. Although, even though she does everything herself and she's solo, can't remember if I picked these up, so I'm just doing it again while we're here. But yeah, so sounds like Tomb Raider, that. Taking everything on and looking for treasures, and yeah. Of course, while we've got the event, the hunt going on.
Signs are nigh. Hearken to the whisper at the back of the skull, where reptiles swim in the primal soup. A vague memory rises. A name, an ancient god of darkness and primordial fear, to whom once both men and beasts bowed, and whose children still lurk in the dark corners of the world. Hunter or hunted, you are blessed by Jabal Sag.
Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, I'm not going to carry on listening to him. No, what I was going to say is, going back to the whole thing with the server, those who have met Lexi, who of course is the character that's the face of all my videos, but some people have met her in person, shall we say, on the server. There is a build that I've been working on. There's a strength build, which obviously is PvE, because that's what our server is, but it would probably work extremely well in a PvP environment. Hopefully there'll be a video out for that shortly. I just need to get all that put together now. Some testing has been done. Don't want to say what the armour is or anything like that, give too much away. Some people already know what it is, but don't want to give too much away because it'll spoil the video. But I was going to say, when you're saying about it not happening, it's funny how Lexi isn't on the server and that's not happening. It must be down to the sheer force of her strength that's just causing the server to have issues all the time. And while she's not around, it's running fine. That's what I was going to say. It just knows when she's arrived that the ground actually shakes. There we go. Right, let's see. Let me just check. While we're in here, let's see if he'll drop it again. Hey up, Seth. Not quite giant, but just got to take those settings off again. Dead. Right. Are we getting his truncheon? Yes or no? Place your bets. Who says we're getting it? Who says we're not? What do you reckon, chat?
No.
No?
Yes.
Yeah. One of each so far.
I have no idea, to be honest.
Alright, let's have a look. Nope. Whoever said no, absolutely right. No truncheon, just a load of beer. I don't think we're going to get our character drunk somehow. I don't think that'd be a good idea somehow.
Typed it.
Yeah, definitely. He definitely is. Yeah. Doesn't want to give it. Oh well. Try again next time. What have we got over here? Oh, I should have done the dive. What am I doing? Nope. There you go, you got it that
And
time.
I thought the Red Mother was tight.
Oh, I know.
could do with some beer. Steel truncheon with the Vanir chieftain armor works perfectly well.
Ah, very nice. That sounds cool. I'll have to have a look at that. Right, well, let's check these before we go the other way. Yeah, I must admit, I do like the Vanir chieftain. It's quite a nice looking set. Go back round here again.
Fashion show. Winking face.
Oh dear. So far there doesn't seem to be anybody that we need. I know some of us were discussing this off stream earlier, obviously those of us who were on the server, but what's everybody having for their, or had for their dinner slash tea, if you want to call it tea, if you're on your tea or dinner time? What's everybody had for food today?
All I want is a Viking set, or a samurai set, and I'm happy, lol.
We had like a nice, I suppose you call it sausage muffin, similar to McDonald's, but it's not from McDonald's, it's from a breakfast place near us with some hash brown bites that is just awesome. There's no other breakfast place that does it quite like they do. And then a nice cup of Yorkshire tea. Always made at the exact same strength every time, and it's perfect.
Kebab and chips with hot chili.
Ooh, kebab and chips with hot chili, that sounds
We
good.
had homemade Mexican pizza and fries.
That's right, yeah. Robert was saying earlier, yeah, I believe so. That sounded really nice. And it looked very nice too.
Kebab.
Yeah. I think when Jem gets home tonight, we've got some burgers from Lidl in the fridge. Some nice big, what are they? Beef burgers, I think. That we're going to have some cheese with, and probably some fries or something, or some coleslaw or something. Not really too sure yet. We haven't really decided. But she's just out at the moment,
I was very
so.
surprised just how nice it was.
Yeah, it's surprising, isn't it, when you try something new?
I
If
went back to 1980s and had chicken Kiev.
you've never had it before, it's surprising. There you go. That's just how good it was. I think he's had the same
I had
thing.
chicken burger and 10 chicken strips.
Nice. That's how good it all is. See? That's a woohoo for everybody
Lots of
there.
chicken.
There you go. That's how exciting your meals were. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with KFC. There are other places that have tried to do it like KFC, but nah. Nope.
I read half chicken. Yeah, I need lots of protein after the gym.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be
Certainly
making
do.
that noise tomorrow morning at work, but with more anguish.
Yeah. Like, oh, here we are again. Yeah. I know what you mean. It's, yeah.
Low poor Odu.
I'd worked in a lot of different jobs previously, and we tried to do some self-employed stuff, and then I thought, you know what, give YouTube a go, and I look at it now and see how well it's doing and think, you know, I wish I'd taken it more serious even in the very beginning when I very first started doing it, because I kind of did it a little bit and then put it down for a while and didn't do anything with it. And if I'd have started a bit sooner than what I did and took it a bit more serious sooner, I'd probably be a little bit further on than what I am now, potentially.
I've eaten coleslaw that was so bad I said the ghost of Colonel Sanders was gonna haunt whoever made it.
I like it. That's a good one. I've just remembered while I'm here. I don't know if I've collected it yet. But if you hop over here, there's another emote, as you can see with the ghost there. You click on the book there and you see the little ghost appear on the stool. And for those who are wondering where it is, next to this, behind this tent and these crates, just next to these guys.
It's a shame YouTube takes so long to kick off.
Yeah, well, a lot of it is, you know, when you produce your content, your live stream, or your videos that you do, trying to build an audience and getting people interested in your content and trying to make your content fun and engaging, and that's why sometimes it's not always a good idea to switch around games too much, because it can,
on the map PLZ.
you're not going to really get to know, you're not really going to build an audience that way as quick, because you obviously swapping between lots of different games that different people like, whereas if you can find one game that you really enjoy at first and then try and build a community from that of people who enjoy that, then hopefully down the line those people will stay with you for your journey and be along on your journey with you and support you and enjoy watching you play different games as well, and hopefully learn something. You know, it can be very, everybody's YouTube journey is different. For some people it can happen overnight, other people it takes a few years, sometimes it takes even longer. But the key thing I'm learning with it is just be yourself. You know, it's no good trying to be somebody that you're not. You know, it's no good trying to pretend to be somebody else, because ultimately I see it that
I play all types of games, and I get bored too quickly with one game.
yeah, I suppose it's you need to try and find a game that you enjoy playing, that you can focus on, and that there's lots to learn from, that you can still learn from and other people can learn as well. Excuse me. And then they can be on that journey with you also, because they're also on the same journey, because it's a game they like. You know, you can hopefully teach them something and they could teach you something that you didn't know maybe. But it's, yeah. Obviously I say it every week and I'll keep saying it. I will be forever grateful to those who have subscribed to me. Even if we only get a small audience on a Friday at the moment, whether that's down to a majority of people don't watch my stuff anymore, or they do occasionally, or just not the right time zone for them at the time that I do the stream or the day that I do it, or whether it's down to the fact that I don't have it scheduled to appear on YouTube in advance like a lot of other people do. That can certainly have an effect on it, I think. That, you know, if there was a thumbnail up there in advance and people knew it was going to be upcoming, they could be more prepared. But as I say it every week and I'll keep saying it, I'll always be grateful to those who have subbed and that leave a like and leave comments, join chat on a stream and leave suggestions in the comments, and that play on the server, and people that I chat with on the server and that I've got to know and would like to think I've become, you know, good friends with. And you know, it's amazing where that journey takes you. It's an adventure, definitely an adventure. You get to meet some lovely people, I'll tell you now. And it's nice there because you can kind of, you know, be yourself a little bit more than what you would on camera, kind of thing, because you don't have to be as, not robotic, that's the wrong word, but you don't have to be as, I want to say serious, but that's even the wrong word, but you know what I mean. You know, and as formal and trying to keep people entertained.
Put up with us. Beaming face with smiling eyes.
No, you're a wonderful bunch, honestly. It's nice to make new friends.
Yeah, I talk too much.
Well, I'll try asking my chat that on my community on the server to tell you I don't shut up either. But they sit there thinking sometimes, that Labs, he never shuts up. Yeah. But no, if you've got some knowledge of a game that you like, or a trick that you found to do something...
I usually have 3 or 4 games on the go, but Exiles is the one I keep coming back to.
Yeah, that's fair enough. You know, it's like I said, I've tried a couple of others like Elder Scrolls and Daisy, and they've had little views or a bit of a following, or I've had a few people watching on stream, but that's what I don't want to do, is yes, alright, it's good to have a change if something's not happening with Conan, but at the same time I also don't want to risk getting a smaller audience because I'm playing something people wouldn't be interested in, which is why I always say to the community, you know, to obviously let me know what you like and what you're not keen on, and if people enjoy it, if people want to see more like with Elder Scrolls or whatever and things like that, by all means
I have too many games
we'll
and my
revisit it
collection
again.
is keep growing low.
Yeah, this is another big thing with YouTube. It's getting discovered. You know, it's the discoverability. You've got to try and do what you can to get YouTube to recommend you, and I think consistency is a big one. The more consistent you, hello, ow, the more consistent you can be. I mean, even if you can only put out once a really good high quality video a week, people would rather watch one really high quality video that you put out a week than they would 6 just thrown together videos kind of thing, you know. Or if you could upload twice a week, or as we do here now, stream once a week and everybody enjoys joining that, then have at it kind of thing. You know, it's not about what you think people would want to watch or what you want to show people necessarily. It's about you learning.
I like Elder Scrolls because of how much I play Fallout, but I'm not that into them. Yeah, I need to get lucky with the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah, and you'll get there. Just as I'm finding myself, it's just a time thing. You know, once people get to see who you are and what you're all about and start watching, you know, you kind of need to watch your numbers and your stats and have a look at everything, but what I've been taught is don't focus on it too much. You know, don't think about the numbers too much and think that, because it can be demoralising a little bit sometimes, because I had it in the early days where I'd put a video together and think, oh, I'm so proud of that video, that looks awesome, that looks so cool, I hope it does well. And then you put it out and it gets...
Things start small and blossom over time.
Exactly. Yeah, in the early days, and I used to think, oh, that video's awesome, that's great, wow, yeah, I hope people watch it. And I'd put it out, and then I look 2 hours later and it's had 6 views, you know, and think, why? How are people not seeing it? But it's all just the way it goes, it's all a learning curve and all part of it. But once you get a loving community behind you that want to follow you because they like you for who you are as the person and the content that you bring, and I've learnt it from other channels that I've watched with, channels that specifically help people build a YouTube channel, and a lot of things they keep saying a lot of time is that you've got to try and think of it from your perspective as well as a viewer. And I think of it this way now, that if I want to do something, let's give you an example. A couple of chapters back in Age of Sorcery, when they put Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers into the silver mine, my first question was, can you go in there, can you knock those people out, can I bring them out of there on a rope, and can I put them on my friendship wheel, or take them to the job centre, as Audi would say? So that's a question. So I could have just typed that into YouTube, can I tame relic hunters from the silver mine, and potentially it won't necessarily find a video that's called that if somebody hasn't called a video how to tame relic hunters from the silver mine, but it will potentially bring you videos or show you videos related to that question that you've got. Because ultimately YouTube is like a video version of Google, you know, or where to get star metal in Conan Exiles. People have done videos to show you where you go, up in the north. But also, what armour to use while you're up there, what food to use while you're up there, how to break open the meteors, how to harvest them.
Yeah, TBH, I don't care really how well my videos does. I'm just doing it as a hobby. I just want to make fun videos. If it does well, then that's...
Yeah, exactly. That's the way to do it. If you're doing it for a hobby, then yeah, exactly. If it's just for a bit of fun, it's for a bit of fun. You know, but if you want to turn it, it can be a hobby and then it could turn into a career. Who knows? You know, ultimately that's what I would like to do with my channel. I'm trying to create a future for me and Jem, so that we've got a secure future. Because I've worked in a few different jobs, and I'll be honest, I don't want to go back to them again. I don't like working for other people, especially
Maybe in
when...
future. I do the same with my writing. I want to share a story.
And you definitely do that, Kathy, honestly. It's an amazing story, like you've been telling us, and the fact that it's so personal to you and you're helping others by telling them that. And yes, I'm sure, like you said, it's very difficult to write sometimes because of how close to home it is, as the saying goes. But you're doing that, and you're helping somebody else get through something.
Thank
You're
you, smiling face
you're
with
solving
smiling
somebody
eyes,
else's
smiling
problem.
face with smiling eyes.
You know, somebody else has got a problem, and you're helping them with it. Like people say with my server, that they find it a little comfort zone, a little safety zone, somewhere they can come to that they can just chill,
My goal is to make videos like movie in the future.
enjoy their favourite game, and ultimately just be themselves without fear of being, judged for it or...
Always nice to see your efforts are well received though. I do it as a creative out thingy.
Oh yeah, exactly. I'm being told the things I've been told by people recently, how they appreciate things, and the way my journey has gone so far has ended up being even more than what I actually expected it to be, I'll be honest, and things are going probably a slightly different way with it than what I thought they would. Originally I thought, I need my own server because I want to make my videos on there, because A, it's easier because there's no buildings in the way or whatever, and this, that and the other. But then I thought, no, I would like that server to also be a community, a place of fun and of safety and enjoyment where people can come, maybe join a party chat if they want, chat with each other, share your troubles with each other, and become a family kind of thing. And that's kind of what's happened. And that way it's become a server of people who chat and have a laugh with each other, help each other out in game, and even give, emotional support verbally to each other, and don't judge each other, and it's amazing. And just to know that, if I can do a stream or I can have my server like I have, and just know that I'm giving somebody, just to hear from somebody that I've given them a safe space that they feel that they can come to and be themselves and not be judged for it. Just that little bit of knowing that I'm helping somebody out, even if it's only a small difference. I know I've done
Also documentary movies.
what I wanted to do. I've achieved something. I'm not just making videos. I'm not just answering questions for people. I can't do a lot, obviously, other than providing the server and other things, But if I can provide that space for people that are console players that can't necessarily do the same as they could.
Monkey's Material Emporium, where we source all our materials responsibly and of only the finest quality. Okay, hand.
There you go. Exactly. Yep. And it's kind of almost become a roleplay server, which we never necessarily intended it to turn out that way.
Rolling on the floor.
It's just organically turning out that way, and we all have a lot of fun doing it and a laugh with it. Which, if, like people say, laughter is the best medicine, then if that's what brings people back to the game and keeps them enjoying it, even through all the falling through foundations and everything else, etc., then, I can go to bed every night knowing that I've done a good thing. And I know it's those of you who do play on there and that appreciate things that do and everything, it shows me that you appreciate what I do. You show me your appreciation by enjoying the server, watching the content, joining the live streams, giving me suggestions and helping me out, and leaving comments and subscribing and all the rest of it, buying merch if you do, etc. That all helps me out. So in return, if I can provide and give you guys something back as well as the videos, then it's a win on both sides.
Lads, you have given me a safe space with friends and laughs.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. And I'll be honest, it means a lot to me to know that I've done that for somebody. To know that, people feel safe like that, and it's a safe space that they can come to and not be judged for anything. Because we're all human at the end of the day. We just have our different battles that we're facing every day, but
We are all geeks together and we are so grateful to Labs for providing an area for us to geek out together.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, off shopping BBL, love you people, face blowing a kiss. Well said, pretty.
No worries, Naughty. Don't spend too much. Thanks for popping in. Have fun. Yeah, exactly. You know, this game's fun on your own, but most players, if you ask them, will tell you it's more fun with others. Especially if you can join a party chat or a Discord or something and
That is
actually
monkey.
talk and do
Waving
things
some Asian
together.
hand.
Like, there's nothing more fun than getting a big gang of you together, all talking in voice chat or whatever, or a party, taking your followers with you or just your character themselves and just raising a dungeon to the ground kind of thing. There's nothing more satisfying than just the sheer power that a whole group of you can do and just rule any dungeon on the map and take down any boss with no effort hardly. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
It is so awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's how it should be. There's no point being toxic, lol.
exactly. You've hit the nail on the head there. No. Yeah, exactly. No point whatsoever. It makes it all worthwhile. You know, you're providing a service at the end of the day, and yeah, people may not see you physically, kind of thing, and it's you talking and there's a character on the screen as I am now, but people get to recognise that character if it's a certain game and can kind of relate to them, and I'm sure as those who then join the server themselves actually get to
Used
stand in
love
front
ESO
of.
for that till they nerfed my necro healer. I hate doing dungeons, but with the crew, it is the best fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've had people in the past who say it's a funny feeling when you see, this isn't her now obviously, but Lexi as the character is called on the server, that is
Watching
also
boss
my
go
face
down
of,
in seconds is so rewarding.
oh yeah, that she's the face of my videos, that when people can literally stand with their character in front of her, it's like, hang on a minute, is this really happening? Because not everybody gets to do that, and it's a different feeling. And I've said it myself, you know, like we said, if I can hopefully get onto PC of some sort eventually,
Manic stuck.
that, you know, people have said a team up with you and Angor would be awesome, and yeah, I've got to be honest, being able to, you know, play for an hour or two or whatever with Angor sometime would be absolutely amazing. Or with Aldu even, just to see how he does his purge stuff and everything, it would be amazing. Just unfortunate that there's the slight issue of I'm on console at the moment. But like he said, it's never going to happen. It's at the moment,
So worth it.
it's not possible. But who's to say in the future it won't be possible?
I usually play on my own, but when I play with friends it's always fun.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Lots of you can definitely get up to some fun adventures.
Lots of alcohol normally hinders my purges, lol.
Yeah, I know how to. You a lot of your videos, honestly, I learned stuff from them, but you just make me smile as well, and just thinks how it makes me think how I am when I'm fighting stuff sometimes, and you're trying to move away from somebody and heal, and they keep hitting you, and how you just your whole the way you respond to them, like, oh bugger off! It's just so funny. Just cracks me up every time. I just say, yeah, that's how I do. Not just to, oh stop it or oh, go away. It's, oh bugger off. It's like, you know, that's you coming through, and that's you who you are, and that's your personality, and it just gives everybody a giggle, definitely.
Okay, so maybe a little less alcohol before purges and then celebrate after.
Nah, it wouldn't be the same if you did that.
Knowing my luck, I always end up destroying something low. I really have to censor myself.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
love our Odu.
Exactly. You gotta, you know. Yes, there are people who swear and curse on streams or in a video, but it's not something I like to do because
There are a lot of games out there that support crossplay.
really it's
Why
not
this
me.
one?
You know, it's not me, it's not something I would normally do. Yes, I do a little bit amongst friends, which I shouldn't really do, full stop anyway, but, you know, it's not something I want to be doing on stream or in a video, because I do, even though it is quite graphical things that happen in this game, I want to try and keep it
I never
as,
censor myself because that's just being myself.
you know,
It's
friendly
all about money.
as I can, you know. But yeah, this is the trouble. It's getting a good game that everybody has, that you can all play together, that, you know. I'm just glad the way things have worked out. Like I say, that Angar has his community and we're all part of that as well, and he has a server that PC players can use, and I also shared the fact that I have mine for the console players, and it just works out really well. It's kind of become, you know, multiple communities in one that are all providing a helpful service for people. And I've met
I've
some,
got a mouth like
yeah.
a navvy mixed with a sailor with a hint of sour.
Yeah, I've met some wonderful people, I'll be honest.
It's all about being able to relax and be yourself, but still a bit of manners is good.
Exactly, yeah, yeah. Exactly, yeah. So, I know we kind of did a bit more talking there than fighting, really, so it was a kind of a different episode, but just felt it was appropriate and it needed to be there, you know. These things just have to happen when they're doing this. Is kind of the only time you can really talk about it, because you couldn't just do it all on the community page or something like that, because it's not as easy to sort of answer questions or to talk as easily. But this is one of the best ways, or probably the best way, to get to know your community, you know, unless you're in the PlayStation chat with them. But yeah, it's lots of fun. And again, I've got loads of stuff in there that I don't need on me, that I'm not going to bore you all with now and sort it all out. But we'll have a look. Hopefully, not sure, next week I think we might do another episode on here, or we might just change it up a little, just for a breather. Next week we may do something, or if I can get a special guest who is on either PS4 or PS5 that would like to join me on here. Possibly to join. You don't even have to stay for the full 2 hours, you know, if you just wanted to do the first hour or join for the second hour.
I don't swear all the time, but if something tickles my pickle, I like to say it how it is. Now you find your purple orbs.
I know. All this time, didn't even realise I'd left them on the horse. I thought I'd left them down the bottom. Good old Gem. Good old Gem, our horse was looking after him the whole time. Good job there wasn't anybody we needed, isn't it? But yeah, I'll just throw that one out there if anybody is on PS4
I wish my PS4 hadn't died.
or 5 would like to join, you know, possibly
What are we
next
like?
week. That would be very cool. No pressure, of course, you don't have to do, and you don't even have to have yourself heard in the stream if you don't want your voice being heard. You know, it's entirely up to you. Just thought I would throw out that opportunity to people. But there will be a, let's call it, chaos stream coming at some point over on the server, so that those who don't play on our server that are
on phone and join chat. That sounds like a laugh.
those who are PC players can get to see just the sheer chaos that we all get up to on the PlayStation server, and you can kind of see a little bit of the fun that we have. I think that'd be kind of fun to show that off, so we may do that next week if I can get it arranged in time, and if everybody manages to work it out between us all, see what we can do. If not, might try a little bit of Elder Scrolls, I think, have a little play around on that again. But we'll see how it goes. Just a quick look again for if anybody missed it at the very beginning. Those who don't know, that's the current bazaar that's available at the moment. Apparently there are some issues with this.
US. Face with tongue.
The jousting set, that where your lance, I think they call it, is supposed to go through a hole in the side of the shield, doesn't apparently.
And Angelo.
Yeah, exactly.
Disorganized chaos.
Oh yeah. I'm not the one who organises it though. It's our good friend Cassie there who keeps us all in check, don't you? Keeps us all in order. Or when the rabble's not listening to me when I'm trying to tell them something, she tells them, can we listen to Labs, please? Don't know where I'd be with that. And of course, Pretty. The two of them together, they both keep everybody in order. Tell you, don't know where I'd be without them. The mother hens, as you'd probably call them. But no, we have a good laugh. We do. We enjoy it.
Beaming face with smiling eyes. Beaming face with smiling eyes. Beaming face with smiling eyes.
It's lots of fun. Lots of fun. We need to look at getting our... Is that a sandstorm brewing up? Yes, it is. Get our young lady here levelled up a bit because she is a tier 4. So I could do with getting her a better weapon at some point and take her around a little bit, get her levelled up, get her in some better armour because she's a tier 4, so only from Sinner's Refuge of course, so she's not a ultra good tier 4, but she'll level up a little bit better than some of the others and do some better damage that unfortunately rest in...
Especially when Monkey is on the server.
Oh gosh, I know, right?
We all like Kathy Ann. She's just too friendly to not like her.
Yeah, she's lovely. She is indeed. And of course, those who... I'm sure most of you know now, but if you don't know, she's writing a series of books at the moment. If you haven't had a look at it, do have a look. I can definitely recommend it. I know Jem's been reading it and having a really good time with the books. It's a really good story, really interesting. So do check out her books that she's doing. I'm sure she'd appreciate the support there, because it's not easy. Not easy for her trying to write them.
Stream, as I swear worse than a pirate.
You have to have somebody with a beep button with it every time Pretty says a swear word. Have to beep it out. Beep. Oh dear. Yeah, I must admit I have to bite my tongue sometimes and try not to. Well, yeah, I'm sure Kathy would appreciate your support with the books, because it's... I won't go into detail, obviously, because it's not fair to do, but I know from what she's told us that
I would wear my finger out.
It can be quite difficult for her sometimes. Quite difficult for her to write what she's writing, but an absolutely awesome read. Can't recommend it enough. And of course, again, those who want to know about the Purge, don't look at me, I'm afraid.
Thank you, lads.
But check out Mr. Howdo Gaming. Sure he'd appreciate the support very much again. Say it every time. If he doesn't know it,
like more code winking face with tongue.
If there's anything he doesn't know about the Purge, it ain't worth knowing. So I'm sure he'd appreciate a follow as well if you're not already. Try and keep up with his vids as much as I can, and Angar, of course. The master who I have learnt a lot from. I'd probably say if it wasn't for him and all of you, I wouldn't be sat here now. So once again, a great big thank you to you all. Absolutely amazing, each and every one of you. Right, I've said enough now. We're a couple of minutes off 9 o'clock, I know, believe it or not. Tonight has just absolutely flown by. It's just, I don't know why the time has gone again. Can't believe it's nearly that time again. But thank you so much again, each and every one of you for being here. Once again, like in the words of Howdo, if you haven't already, give those buttons below a little tickle. You know, the like, the share, the subscribe. Very much appreciated.
Player 5.
And for those of you who may be in Angar's stream on Sunday, I will catch you on Sunday. Those who are in chat or on the server, I will see you back on the server. Yeah, don't worry about it, Howdo. You don't have to worry about being thingy for it. By all means, do let everybody know about it. It's not a problem. So yeah, thank you one and all. Those of you who are in Angar stream Sunday, I shall hopefully speak to you on Sunday. Those in chat, I shall see you shortly. And anybody else, have a good weekend. Have a good week next week. And we will hopefully catch you on Friday. Thank you once again. Bye-bye for now.
After I come back from holiday. Waving hand, waving hand, waving hand, waving hand. Sire Sunday. Tech it steady labs, tech it steady everyone duck. twat.